Hello, and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. We're going to do this Saturday. We're going to do some series that we haven't touched in a while. This one being Diamond Mine Baseball All-Time ELO League. Again, we're still on the first day of the series of the season. It's like a short 14 or 16 game season featuring I believe it's the all-time top 64 teams. We're just going with the default settings, the default league that they have. I'm not sure if you can actually rearrange it into a full season. That would be nice if you could, but we still haven't figured that out. But I figured I would just go with the default league we have here. Again, some great matchups. Check out our other games in our series. Like I said, it's been a little while since we've done this series, but we thought we'd do another game today. And since we're doing an Ichiro career replay using Action PC Baseball, we figured that we would manage the home team, which we usually do anyway. So it's a matchup between the 2001 Seattle Mariners and the 1935 St. Louis Cardinals. So I figured there'd be a good matchup here. I'll be managing the St. Louis Cardinals. Some good cast of characters on there. Plus, I've been managing the Seattle team, so a little break from that, and to manage a great classic team from the 1930s. So anyway, Dizzy Dean is on the hill for the St. Louis Cardinals. He comes in with a record of 28-12 on the season with an ERA of 3.04. He was a workhorse, pitched 325 in the third innings, allowing 324 hits, 16 homers, 77 walks, and 190 strikeouts, and additionally had 5 saves on the season. So a great season all around. Opponents are hitting .258 overall against him with a .303 on base percentage. So he did allow some base runners on, but had a great offense behind him, as you'll see. So the lineup for the visiting Seattle Mariners is going to be Ichiro Suzuki, the right fielder. He's the only one in the lineup here with his first name, household name. So his first name is going on here in right field. Mike Cameron is a center fielder. Batting second, batting third, the second baseman Brett Boone. His father being Bob Boone. John Olerud, the first baseman, will hit cleanup. The left fielder Al Martin bats fifth. Carlos Guillen, the shortstop, will bat sixth. David Bell, the third baseman, hits seventh. Dan Wilson behind the plate batting eighth, and on the mound batting ninth. And since we're playing in a National League ballpark prior to the DH, we will be using the pitcher will be batting, no DH. Will be Freddie Garcia batting ninth and pitching. So the computer picks the lineup for the Seattle Mariners. I picked the lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies, so we'll get to that later. So behind Dean in the outfield is going to be Joe Medwick. In left, Terry Moore. I always forget. Let's see what is. Tommy Moore. I think it's Tommy Moore. No, it is Terry Moore. Terry Moore, the center fielder, hits bat second. Excellent range out there. And Joe Rock will be in right field. In the infield, Pepper Martin at third. Leo DeRocha, the famous manager, and the Hall of Famer, more known for his management, winning a World Series title. And several pennants. Well, I think 3 pennants. Frankie Frisch, the Ford and Flash, is at second base, and Ripper Collins, gotta love that name, who did rip him out, had 23 homers on the season, will play first. DeRocha, the best in the infield, with very good range there, very good defensively. And I believe in this game, it's the overall defensive rating is first. In the outfield, it's the second rating is the arm rating. So Moore in center has the best arm with a very good. Behind the plate, Delancey is average with a fair arm. And on the mound is Dizzy Dean with a fair defensively, but excellent at holding runners on, with a very low error rating there on the hill. So those are your lineups. So Ichiro Suzuki steps into the box. In 2001, he hit 350 in his inaugural season with the Seattle Mariners. Hit 8 homers and 69 runs batted in. On base percentage of 381. So against righties, he hit 362 with a 396 on base percentage. So Dean looks in for the sign from Delancey. Here's the windup and the pitch to Suzuki. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to short. DeRocha's on it. Flips over to Collins. And out is by 10 feet. So a great play with DeRocha to nab the speedy Ichiro Suzuki. And that's how we'll begin. Next up is Mike Cameron. Mike Cameron comes in hit 267 in 2001 with 25 homers and 110 runs batted in. 353 on base percentage, and hit 255 versus righties. So Dean looks in for the sign from Delancey. Kicks and delivers. Here's the 1-0 count. Low curveball grounded to the left side. DeRocha chases about 15 feet. Great backhanded grab. Throws from the edge of the grass and out at first. So DeRocha showing his range there. Gets his second assist of the inning. That'll bring up Brett Boone, having his best season of his career, hitting 331 with 37 homers and 141 runs batted in. Was not quite able to duplicate the year in any other seasons of his career. So against lefties, he destroyed them, hitting 444, but he'll face Dean here, who's a righty, hitting 296. Also has a 372 on base percentage. So here's the kick and delivery by Dean. 2-2 offering. Popped high back at first. Collins retreating. And standing in the foul line. And he'll make the catch. So Ripper makes the catch, and the Mariners go 1-2-3 in the first. So Freddie Garcia on the hill for the visiting Mariners. He had an 18-6 record in 2001 with a 3.05 earned run average. Pitched 238 and 2/3 innings. Allowed 199 hits, 16 homers, 69 walks, and 163 strikeouts. Left-handed batters hit 242 against him with a 3.17 on-base percentage, and righties just a minuscule 205 average against with a 243 on-base percentage. So excellent against righties. So we have a mixture of lefties and righties here with the switch hitters here. So we tried to mix it up against Garcia, alternating our switch hitters and lefties as much as we could. So the lineup for the hometown St. Louis Cardinals is going to be Pepper Martin. He will bat first and play third base. Frankie Frisch, the Ford and Flash, is a switch hitting second baseman, batting second. Joe Medwick, the left fielder, will bat third. Ripper Collins, the switch hitting first baseman, will hit cleanup. It's Joe Delancey here. Bill Delancey behind the plate will bat fifth. Terry Moore, the center fielder, hits sixth. Joe Rothrock, the switch hitting right fielder, bats seventh. Leo DeRocha, the shortstop, will bat eighth, and Dizzy Dean on the hill will bat ninth. So that's the lineup for the hometown St. Louis Cardinals. So, all right. Hold on just a second here. St. Louis will be playing here at Sportsman Park 3, which is kind of a diamond-shaped park here. Very square, with 310 down the left field line. Actually, not quite as diamond as I thought. Only 310 down the right field line, so a very short porch down the right field line. Much harder to hit for righty power hitters, with 430 down in center field, 393 and to to the power alley in left center field and right center field 376. So we do have a fence in right, a 33-foot tall fence in right field. So that makes up for the distance here, kind of like the Green Monster in Fenway Park. So alright, so the defense behind Garcia is going to be Al Martin in left, Cameron in center, and Ichiro in right. Cameron, the best defender out there. Ichiro also very good. Martin just fair in left field. Ichiro, very low error rate with E1. In the infield, it's going to be Bell, Guillen, Boone, and Olerud, with Bell and Boone being the best defenders out there, but they will commit quite a few errors, with Guillen being the most error-prone at shortstop. Behind the plate, Dan Wilson is average all around, but with very low error rating. Garcia, very good on the mound defensively, just fair at holding runners on, but with an extremely good error rating. So Pepper Martin steps up to the plate. He hit .299 in 1935 with 9 homers and 54 runs batted in. He did have, I think it was, 20 homers, 20 stolen bases on the season. Does not show it here, but just to check real quick. Yeah, he did have the most stolen bases, 20 stolen bases, caught stealing 6 times. So the 341 on base percentage. And they did not have splits back then, so there are no splits available. So he'll swing away against Garcia. Looks in for the sign from Wilson. Kicks and delivers. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Kick and delivery. Grounded. Off the glove of the diving Bell and into left field for a single. So Pepper Martin reaches on a single off the glove of Bell. And he'll be aboard to lead things off for the Cardinals. Next up, the Ford and Flash Frankie Frisch. Say that 5 times fast. Comes in hit .294 in the season, with a 356 on base percentage, just 1 homer, but 55 runs batted in, 33 walks, and only 16 strikeouts. Do we want to have him bunt? I don't think so, not this early in the game. Don't want to take ourselves out of a big inning right away. So here's the pitch. It's a pitch out on the first pitch. Martin's not going anywhere. So 1-0 count on Frisch. Quick throw to first by Garcia. Martin is back standing up, so they think Martin might be stealing, but we're not going to have him steal. Garcia comes to the set. 1-1 count. Garcia deals. Grounded to first. Could be a pair. Taken by Olerud. Over to second for 1. Across to first. Double play. So perhaps we should have had Martin running, but we didn't want it this early in the game. So Joe Medwick up now with the bases empty and 2 down. Had excellent season in 35 with a 353 average, 23 homers, and 126 runs batted. So I think it was Medwick who had the most home runs, not Collins. I think Collins had 20. Well, we'll see that in a second. So Medwick also had a 386 on base percentage with 126 runs batted in. So here's the delivery. Swinging bunt. Guillen. Great play. Bare hands it and throws out Medwick. Alrighty, so we go head to the top of the second with the score 0-0. So it'll be Olerud, Martin, and Guillen up against Dizzy Dean. 302 average in 2001, 21 homers, 95 runs batted in, 321 against righties. Olerud belts the first beat to right field, the way back, right field, the way back, and he makes the play. The first out, so the ball hit well by Olerud. But just a long out. So Al Martin up now. Hit just .240 in 2001 with 7 homers and 42 runs batted in. hit just 245 against righties, but only 100 against lefties. So he's a platoon player. And long one for Moore and for Rothrock in the converging path, and Rothrock makes the catch. So 2 up and 2 down for Seattle in the second. Brings Carlos Guillen, 259, 5 homers and 53 runs batted in. 243 against righties. 1-0 pitch. And it's lined and off the bag at third. Kicking down in line in the foul territory. Guillen turns and will go for 2. Strong throw by Medwick. And Guillen now racing back to first. Dives in safely. And the relay from Frisch nearly nabbed him. So Guillen reaches on a kind of a weird play there. 2 outs. Single off the bag. So that'll bring up David Bell, the third baseman. 260 average with 15 homers and 64 runs batted in. Hit 261 versus righties. Collins holding on Guillen. Guillen's off with the pitch, in there for strike 1. Throw down. Frisch puts the tag on, and Guillen is out. So Delancey nails Guillen trying to steal. And that'll do it for Seattle on top of the second. So Seattle trying to get a runner in scoring position is gunned down by Delancey. So we head to the bottom of the second. It'll be Ripper Collins, Delancey, and Moore up against Freddie Garcia. Oh, and actually Ripper Collins also had 23 home runs. So both batters had 23. So I was correct. So Ripper Collins hit 313. With 23 homers and 122 runs batted in. 385 on base percentage. A slugging percentage of 529. So he'll lead it off against Garcia. Wind up in the pitch. 1-1 count. Grounded down the line at third. Played on 2 hops by Bell. Long throw over. And in time for the out. So 1 out in the home half of the second. Brings up Delancey, who just gunned down Guillen to end the top of the second. He'll come to the plate, hit 279 with 6 homers and 41 runs batted in. 369 on base percentage. Lancey's back in the box now on a 3-2 pitch. Low and outside for ball 4, so St. Louis will have its first base runner. Actually, no, they won't have their second base runner. So it'll bring up Terry Moore, a center fielder, comes up with a runner on first and 1 down. Will hold on Delancey, although he's not a threat to steal. So Moore comes in hit 287 on the season. 6 homers and 53 runs batted in. Only 15 walks. So his on base percentage is only 314. So he put the ball in play most of the time. He'll swing away. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. On the black inside, and Moore goes down looking. So 2 down now for Jack Rothrock. He's a switch hitting right fielder. Hit 273 with 3 homers and 56 runs batted in. 347 on base percentage. Here's the payoff pitch. There goes the runner. Rothrock looks at the pitch in tight and draws the walk. So that'll move Delancey in the scoring position. So runners on first and second with 2 down for Leo DeRocha. DeRocha hit 265 with 8 homers and 78 runs batted in, so a little bit of pop. So 1-2 count, 1-2 pitch on DeRocha. Hit hard to second. Backhanded by Boone on a hop as he went to a knee and throws DeRocha out for out number 3. So score that 4-3 on the putout to end the inning. So after 2 full, still no score. So it's proving to be a good pitcher's duel so far. So they head to the top of the third, bottom third of the order against Dean, Bell, Wilson, and Garcia. Bell hit was out when Guillen was gunned down by Delancey to end the second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball in the dirt. So Dean gets his first K of the day. So to bring up Dan Wilson, the catcher. Wilson, 265 hitter with 10 homers and 42 runs batted in. 252 average against righties with a 298 on base percentage. 1-1 pitch. Hit hard just inside first. Collins can't reach it. It'll go just fair down the line. Into the corner it goes. Rothrock retrieves it, and Wilson will be on with a 1-out double. So the Mariners have a runner in scoring position. For the pitcher, Garcia. Garcia did not record an at-bat in 2001. Actually, no, I'm sorry, he did. He had 7 at-bats. He had 243, but struck out 4 of those 7 at-bats. 143. All his bats against righties. So he had just the 1 hit and 7 at-bats. So he has a chance to put the Mariners on top here. 1-1 pitch. High hop down the first base line, fielded by Collins. Tags Garcia coming down for the easy out. As Wilson moves to third with 2 down now. So it'll be up to Ichiro Suzuki. 0 for 1 so far in the game. So here's the pitch on the pitch. Major league pop-up off first base, close to the seats. Collins moves over for it and makes the grab for out number 3. So Ichiro cannot get the run home. And we'll head to the bottom of the third. It's still no score. So Garcia back out on the hill. Dizzy Dean with his first at bat of the day. Dizzy Dean, not a bad hitter. 234 in the season, with 2 home runs and 21 runs batted in. Okay, not sure what's going on here. Oh, it's our baseball reference. With the videos on it. See if we can get one without a video on it. So, alright, so this game does not have any sound, so we're just going to mute everything. So we do not have that go on anyway. Voila. There we go. Alright, so Dizzy Dean up now against Garcia. And we'll have him take a pitch. And down the middle for strike 1. 0-2 count now. Garcia hits the outside corner. Strike out Dean on 3 pitches. So second strikeout of the day for Garcia. As Dean goes down on strikes. Top of the order, Pepper Martin. He singled his first time up. Two-two pitch. Chopped out near second. And Guillen has it. Nice play in front of the bag. Over to first. Score that a 6-3 for out number 2. Frankie Frisch up now. 2 outs and the base is empty. 0-1 pitch. Hit back into a double play his first time up. Hit in the air to Martin. Left moves over easily and makes the catch. So the Cardinals go in order in the third, and after 3 full, still no score. Mike Cameron will lead it off for the Mariners here in the top of the 4th. 0 for 1 today. First pitch of the 4th inning. Line shot to second, and it'll go through for a single. So Cameron jumps on the first pitch for a single. Cameron is a threat to steal, so we will pay some attention to him. Collins will hold him on, and we'll do the pickoff. As Boone steps into the box, a high throw. Collins goes up for it and makes a nice grab, so that one almost got away as Cameron gets back safely. So Boone up now, 0 for 1. Cameron gets a lead. Pulled to deep left field. Medwick goes back, hauls it in. So Boone gave that one a ride, but it stays in the ballpark as Cameron trots back to first. He had already rounded second, so he had to get back quickly. So 1 down now for Olerud. Olerud 0 for 1 today. 1 on and 1 out. Rothrock pulled and fly ball the wall last time as he gave it a ride. Dean checks Cameron at first. Here it comes. Cameron gets signaled to steal. Cameron didn't get a good jump in the dirt. Delaney tried to deke Cameron, pretended the ball got away from him, but the racer wasn't buying it and walks back to first. Okay. So Cameron stays put at first. Nice play by Delancey to keep it in front of him. So the 1-0 pitch to Olerud. Dean fires. Cameron's going this time. Little pop foul and foul ground. Collins is after it. Dives. And just out of his reach though. So 1-1 count now on Olerud. This time he is going. Breaking ball popped up the shallow left field. Underneath it is Medwick. And he has it for out number 2. As Cameron returns to first. We're going to throw back over there. As Martin steps into the box. So go out to first, and Cameron's back in safely. This time pretty close on the throw by Dean. So L. Martin 0 for 1 steps to the plate. 2-2 pitch. Hit to left center. Not too deep. And Medwick will be there for the catch. So ahead to the home half of the 4th. 0-0 still. Cardinals managing just 1 hit so far off of Garcia. Seattle just 3 hits off of Dean. So it'll be Medwick, Collins, Delancey, the heart of the order for the Redbirds. Medwick 0 for 1 today. Medwick does have power, 23 homers. Ball 1 delivery, ground ball left side in the hole. Guillen has it, throws across in time. So a quick out here in the home half of the 4th brings up Ripper Collins. Collins looking for his first hit of the day. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Bounced out the bell last time. Ball 1-0 pitch. Garcia comes to the plate. Collins gets a fastball, drives it to left for a base hit. So 1-out single for Collins. Second hit for the Cardinals. Collins not a threat to steal. That'll be a Delancey, who walked his first time up. Olerud will hold on Collins nonetheless. 1-1 count. Slow ground ball to first. Chance for 2 here. Olerud's up with it. Throw second for 1. Relay to first. And they turn another double play. So Olerud starts another double play. And that'll be it for the Cardinals in the 4th. So both runners that reached on a hit for the Cardinals are erased on double plays. So top of the 5th now. Carlos Guillen will lead it off. Guillen doubled off the third base bag back in his first at-bat. Dean looks in for the sign from Delancey. Here's the pitch. Sharp ground ball base hit between DeRocher, so Guillen gets his second hit of the day. So he has half of the Seattle hits today so far. So Collins will hold on Dean. We'll throw over just to make him know that we know that he's there. Well, we do know that he's there. So he's back safely. So here's pitch is on its way. Line shot to second. Goes through for a single. Guillen rounds second and put a hold there. So runners on first and second with nobody out. So Seattle has threatening to score here. Their best chance of the day so far. Brings up the catcher, Dan Wilson, 0 for 1. He doubled his first time up. Pitch on the way. Wilson shows a bunt. Taken in there for strike 1. I think we're gonna... challenge hitter. We're gonna bring the infield in at the corners. All right, there we go. Payoff pitch to Wilson, high, and the bases are loaded. Ouch! So it's gonna load the bases and nobody out as Delancey goes out to talk to Dean. Freddie Garcia, the pitcher's up. I think we're gonna bring the infield in with the pitcher batting. Yes. Infield in. Alright, here we go. He bounced the first last time. Payoff pitch. Loop to right center. No. Coming in as Rothrock. Dives. Oh, it's by him. My goodness, Moore backs up the play, but 2 runs will score. So Garcia, Freddie Garcia with a little looper out there. Knocks in 2. And the Mariners go on top 2-0. Ouch. Oh boy, so to put the runners at the corners. Ichiro is going to be hard to double up. I think we've got to bring the infield in. Try to cut off that run at home. 1-2 pitch. Slow bounce to the third. Wilson goes for home. Oh yeah, we're going to throw home. Defense throw home, yes. Taken up by Martin. Throws home. Wilson slides. And he's out. So Collins guns him down at home. Was it Collins? No, Wilson, sorry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was who was it? 3 and home. 1-2. Oh, Martin. Yeah, it was Martin. Third baseman Martin. Okay. Alrighty. So 1 down now as the Wilson's gunned down at home. So runners on first and second with the 1 down as Ichiro reaches on the fielder's choice. 2 runs already home on the 2-run single by Garcia. So Mike Cameron up now. Mike Cameron's 1 for 2 on the day. One pitch, lofted to right center. Moore moves over, takes a peek to locate Rothrock, and has it for out number 2. Garcia will hold at second. So 2 down now for Brett Boone. Boone 0 for 2 on the day. 2-strike delivery, chop ball toward the mound, over Dean's head. Frisch takes it in front of the bag, throws the first, just in time. But damage is done as Garcia gets a 2-run single as Dean is barking into his glove, obviously upset that he gave up that 2-run single to the pitcher. So Cardinals halfway through are down 2-0. It's going to be more Rothrock and DeRocher up if anybody gets on Dean. Dean would love to get a chance to get up here and knock some runs in, just like his counterpart did. Some more 0 for 1 comes to the plate. He'll be swinging away. As Mr. Brody is repositioning himself in the co-host seat here on a lazy Saturday afternoon. Moore goes deep the other way. Could it be? No. And Suzuki's there. So Moore gives it a ride, but not quite enough. As Suzuki makes the catch for out number 1. Jack Rothrock up now. Rothrock walked his first time up. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Could he walk again? Fastball low. As Rothrock lays off. So he'll reach on his second walk of the day. So that brings up DeRocher, representing the tying run with 1 out. Olerud will hold Rothrock on. Grounded to second his first time up. Rothrock moves over to, throws it over to first. He's back safely. So the 1-0 pitch now to DeRocher. 1-0 pitch. Bounces a bit to the right, blocked by Wilson. So Rothrock holds at first on the ball in the dirt. 2-1 pitch now. Lifted to right. Suzuki stays with it. Sun glistening off his glasses and makes the catch. So 2 outs now for pitcher Dean. Struck out his first time up. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hit down the line. Setting up St. Louis with men on first and third. So it's a base hit for Dean. So Dean is able to get a base hit himself. So that'll put runners at the corners for Pepper Martin, who's 1 for 2 today. Ken Martin put the Cardinals on the board and have the lead. Does have a little bit of pop. Hit 9 home runs in 1935. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Grounded wide to first through the hole. This will get a run in. Rothrock scores. Dizzy Dean will make the turn at second. No. We'll hold them there. So Pepper Martin puts the Cardinals on the board. 2-1 now. So the Fordham Flash, Frankie Frisch, can he tie the game up here? Hitless on the day so far. Here's the first pitch to Frisch. In the dirt and off Wilson. Dean goes halfway to third, but then retreats as Wilson's on the ball quickly. So 1-0 pitch now on Frisch. 1-0 offering. Rolled slowly towards second. Boone's after it. Can't come up with it. Martin and Dean take second and third. So that'll load the bases as Frisch is safe on an error by, was that Boone? I think that was Boone. Yeah, Boone commits the error. So that loads the bases. Can the Cardinals take advantage of the error here? Brings up the dangerous Joe Medwick. He could break this game wide open with a shot at 23 long balls in 1935. Also a 386 on base percentage. As Wilson goes out the top to Garcia, goes back behind the plate. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Good hitters count. Garcia's pitch to Medwick, grounded past Garcia, over the bag at second, into center field. Scoring is Dean. Martin rounds third. Frisch is around second. Cameron has no chance to get the quick Martin. Are we going to try for... So, Martin will score. Are we going to try for third? Let's see here. So, Frisch is around... Now, he's got poor speed. We're not going to. But that'll score 2 runs. So Joe Medwick delivers with a 2-run single to put the Cardinals on top 3-2 now. So the fans are going crazy here at Sportsman's Park as St. Louis answers Seattle's 2 runs with 3 of their own so far. So Ripper Collins up now, not done yet. Ripper Collins 1 for 2. Full count here, runners are off. Garcia comes home, runners are off and running. Foul back to the screen. So 3-2 count remains. Fans on their feet here. 3-2 pitch again. There go the runners. Collins strikes out swinging. So Collins gave it a rip at it but missed it. But the Cardinals take a 3-2 lead as they plate 3 in the bottom of the 5th. So 3-2 as we head to the 6th. So Dean now with a lead, 3-2. Olerud steps into the box. Olerud hitless on the day so far. 0 for 2. Infield pop up in the 4th. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. It's a good way to start top of the 6th for Dean as he strikes Olerud. 2 Ks on the day now. So to bring up L. Martin. L. Martin 0 for 2 on the day. Number 5 hitter. 2-1 count. Chop weakly off to the right. The ball spinning wickedly. Dean gets a handle on it and makes the play. So 2 outs now with bases empty for Carlos Guillen. Guillen perfect on the day, 2 for 2 with a couple of singles off Dean. 2-0 pitch, good hitters count. Kicks and fires, ball fly out to right. Rothrock is there, and Guillen is retired for the first time today for out number 3 of the 6th. So we'll head to the home half of the 6th with the Cardinals up 3-2. It'll be Delancey, Moore, and Rothrock up against Garcia, now trailing in the game. So Delancey was 0 for 1 with a walk. Here's the payoff pitch. Hot shot. Base hit to left. So Delancey gets his first hit of the day. Leadoff single. Let's check and see Terry Moore. He's only fair at bunting, so we're going to have him hit away. He's 0 for 2. As Olerud will hold on Delancey. Garcia out of the stretch. Checks Lancey at first. Here's the pitch to Moore. Check swing grounded between first and second. Up with it is Boone. Throws a second for 1. Over to first. Low throw. Olerud scoops it up. Too late though, as Moore is safe on a very close call. So Moore reaches on the fielder's choice. And I think we might have Moore try to steal here. Try to get in scoring position. He does have very good speed. So we could do a hit and run. Let's check Rothrock's hit and run rating. Do they have a hit and run rating? I thought they did. I don't see one here. Mr. Brody says, nah, don't go for the hit and run here. We are going to go for a straight out steal here. So, Rothrock has a pair of walks, scoring once. Moore is off on the pitch. Pitch is a strike. Wilson throws the second. Throw is on the money, but late. So Wilson had no chance to get the speedy Moore on that one. And he'll end up at second with his first steal. So Cardinals looking to add to the lead. Rothrock. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Rothrock. High fly ball to right center. Suzuki is there though, and he'll take it in. He's very good, so we're not going to chance it here. He's already in scoring position. So Moore will hold at second. So to bring up Leo DeRocher. Can he increase the lead for the Cardinals? 0 for 2 so far today. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Almost balked on that. He did balk. So Garcia not happy with that. Went into the glove, then out. So Garcia gets called with a balk. So Moore will move up to third anyway. So a wild pitch or a pass ball could get the run home. So 1-1 pitch on DeRocher. Garcia offers. Fastball ripped down the first base line. Suzuki in right center there is after it. Falls in. So Moore will come around to score St. Louis' 4th run. And DeRocher's on with an RBI single. So DeRocher delivers to increase the St. Louis lead. Now 4-2. So Dizzy Dean with a chance here. Dean 1 for 2 today so far. Singled his last time up. 2-strike pitch. Puts a charge in one in the gap in right center. Cameron's on the run. And he has it. So Cameron with a great running catch. That would have gone for extra bases. So that'll do it for the Cardinals. So they do add a run. It's 4-2 now as we head to the 7th. So Dean up to 80 pitches, so he's still fairly fresh out there. So it'll be Bell, Wilson, and Garcia, bottom third of the order. Seattle likely to lift Garcia for a pinch hitter. So Bell, 1 for 2 today. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Severe jammage right there. Bell's only up to Munster, a mini pop-up to Collins. Makes the catch for out number 1. So Dan Wilson up now. Wilson 1 for 1 with a double and a walk. And Edgar Martinez is going to come on to pinch hit. That's weird for Wilson. I thought he would come on to pinch hit for the pitcher maybe, but... So Edgar Martinez, the DH. And I think he should be in the Hall of Fame candidate. In 2001, hit .306 with 23 homers and 116 runs batted in. Definitely one of the best DHs out there in baseball history. And hit .328 against righties. So he'll come on with bases empty and 1 down. .423 on base percentage, also a very good eye. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And right past him for strike 3, so Martinez showing some rust off the bench. Can't muster a swing against that pitch. And it'll be 2 outs now. So I think they're going to pinch hit for Garcia, I would imagine. Yep. Stan Javier will come on to pinch hit. Stan Javier, .292 hitter with 4 homers and 33 runs batted in. .375 on base percentage. Digs in against Dean. 2 down. Hits a wall between ground and short. Down to short. Easy hop to Rocha with a long throw. And Javier is retired. So the Mariners going to order on top of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time here in St. Louis at Sportsman Park. Jeff Nelson on for the Seattle Mariners. Hit had a record of 4-3 with a 2.76 earned run average in 65 in the 3rd innings. Only allowed 30 hits in those 65 in the 3rd innings. So an excellent, but did walk 44. So while he didn't give up many hits, walked quite a few batters in those 65 innings. Struck out 88 though also, so it was either pretty much walk or strike out against Nelson. Right-handed batters hit just 119 against him. With the lefties not faring much better with a 167. So he either got you via the K or walked you pretty much. So Pepper Martin, top of the order, steps in. Martin 2 for 3 on the day with an RBI. Nelson kicks and delivers on the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a single to left, juggled out there by Martin. So Pepper Martin laces a single to left. So Martin is able to figure out Nelson, as not many batters did back in 2001, at least not many righty batters. So that brings up the switch hitting second baseman. He'll bat lefty against the righty Nelson. So Frankie Fish hitless on the day, looking for his first hit as Martin is held on by Olerud. Maybe we'll do a little hit and run here. We'll just swing away. So here's the 1-1 pitch. Belts a fastball deep right field, so he goes back, hits off the fence. Martin rounds third, and Frisch cruises in to second with a double. He's got excellent. Ichiro very good. There's nobody out though, so we're going to hold him. Tempted to send him because he's got excellent speed, but I'm going to hold him. So Jeff Nelson being tagged by the Cardinals. So far the Cardinals have had no trouble against Nelson, getting hits off of him. So perhaps because it's a time machine thing going back to 1935, that's why Nelson's ineffective against batters way back then. At least the Cardinals are figuring him out. So Joe Medwickov now, he's having a great day. He's got a couple runs batted in, 1 for 3 on the day. Had an RBI single his last time, 2-run single his last time up. See what he can do with a couple runners in scoring position. So Ducky Medwick up now, 1 for 3. So here's the pitch, the initial pitch. And after the end of the bat, right side, beats Nelson to the ball and has it and drops it. So Martin is in the score. Frisch moves down to third. Medwick is aboard on an error by Olerud. I think it was Olerud, right? Yeah, Olerud beats Nelson to the ball. Perhaps he should have let Nelson field it as he makes the error. So no RBI in the play as Medwick reaches on the error. Another run comes in. That run unearned so far. So still nobody out. 1-2 count on Ripper Collins. 1 for 3 on the day. Seattle will go for 2. Will choose to go for 2. Nelson comes home low, below the knees. Collins chases it and strikes out. So Collins is retired on the strikeout. So Delancey up now. Delancey 1 for 2 with a walk. Here's the 3-2 pitch, payoff pitch coming. Ground ball to short. Could be 2. And we're going to try for home. I'm going to try for home, yep. Might as well, as they're probably going to turn 2 anyway. See if we can. Frisch is going to go home. Guillen takes it. Second force there on the first. Throws in the dirt. Picked up by Olerud. Retiring the side. So they do turn 2. But St. Louis is able to get 1 on the error by Olerud. And leads it now 5-2 as we head to the 8th. Dean back out there against his 8th for his 8th inning of work. 88 pitches now. He'll face the top of the order, Suzuki, Cameron, and Boone. Suzuki hitless on the day. 2-2 count. The pitch. Hit hard. Toward the gap in right center. Through to the wall. So Suzuki will be on board with first time today with an easy double. It's a good start for the Mariners here in the top of the 8th as they had the lead runner in scoring position. Cameron 1 for 3 up now. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Dean works to Cameron. Chop back to the mound. Dean with the grab. Holds the runner at second. And flips the first for the out. So 1 out now. So Brett Boone up now. Hitless on the day. 2-2 pitch. Hard grounded to third. Taken by Martin. Checks the runner. And fires the first. So neither Boone nor Cameron able to get the job done. So it'll be up to Olerud. See if he can atone for his error. So Olerud looking for his first hit of the day also. 1-2 pitch. High and away. So nice grab by Delancey. So 2-2 now on Olerud. And off-speed pitch in the gap in right center. On the move is Rothrock and makes the running grab. So it remains 5-2 as we head to the home half of the 8th. Nelson for his second inning of work. He'll face more Rothrock and DeRocher. Moore looking for his first hit of the day. 0 for 3. Nelson tells the rubber. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Delivery. And lines to the right side. Taken by Boone. So 1 down now in the St. Louis 8th. Rothrock up now. He is 0 for 1 with a couple of walks, though. He's going to swing on the first pitch here. His delivery. Chopper to third. Tough play for Bell. Backs up, backhands it. Throws quickly and gets him. So nice play by Bell to retire Rothrock. So 2 outs now for DeRocher. DeRocher 1 for 3 with an RBI. So here's the 0-1 pitch. Drives Suzuki back, now cruising, and has it to end the inning. So the Cardinals go in order in the 8th, and we'll head to the top of the 9th. And do we bring in a closer for Dean? I think we're going to let Dean try to get the save. There is action in the St. Louis pen. But we're going to let Dean try to close it out here, get a complete game. So he'll face Martin, Gann, and Bell. Martin hitless on the day. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Bounce back on the rubber. 2-1 on the way. Smoke down the right field line. Rothrock played the Karen perfectly and holds Martin to a long single. So Carlos Guillen up now. Guillen has a couple of hits, 2 for 3. Let's check St. Louis, the bullpen here. Let's see who their closer is. Didn't really have a specific closer. In fact, Dizzy Dean and Paul Dean had the most saves on the team with 5 each. Possibly, yeah, they don't really have a closer. So Ed Hauser is up, loosening up just in case. He is not sure if he's a righty or a lefty. I think he's a righty. Yeah, he's a righty. But we're going to let Martin as Frankie Fish is the player manager, he'll let Dean stay in there for another batter. So Dean out for the stretch, 3-2 pitch. Dean works just outside for ball 4. And again, we'll walk, and that is going to be it as Frisch visits Dean on the mound and signals for the closer to, well, not the closer, but the relief pitcher to come in here. And I gotta remember how we change here. I gotta go to the defensive lineup. There we go. And we're gonna bring in Ed Hauser or Huser. So that means you must choose a batting order. Oh, okay. Here we go. Alright, so Dean's day is done. He can win it, cannot lose it, as he's responsible for both Martin and Guillen, but they have a 3-run lead here. So Ed Hauser comes on now, or Huser. Comes in with a 5-5 record on the season, 292 earned run average, had 2 saves, 123 in a 3rd innings pitched, allowed 125 hits though, 5 homers, 27 walks, 39 strikeouts. So he checks with Delancey, goes back behind the plate. Delancey does. So David Bell up now, 1 for 3 on the day, representing the tying run. He could tie it up with 1 swing of the bat. 2 on and nobody out. 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. Hauser's pitch. Driven. Deep to left field. Medwick retreating and makes the catch. Woo! Gave that one a ride. See it. St. Louis fans nervous on that one. But catch is made for out number 1. Martin does tag and move to third, though. So Tom Lampkin will pinch hit now. Or at least get his first. Yeah. Not sure if he came in. He might have came in defensively earlier on. They didn't announce him, so. So Tom Lampkin hit just .225 in 2001 with 5 homers and 22 runs batted in. Hit just .238 against righties. Horrible against lefties, just .130. So he'll come on with 1 out. Runners at the corners. St. Louis playing back, open to turn 2 to end this game. 1-1 pitch. Line to third. Martin has it. Doubles off Martin. Martin doubles off Martin to end the game. As L. Martin with a base running blunder to end the game. So Martin. Martin. Isn't that it? Wasn't that a I thought that was a no, it's not Martin and Martin. Trying to think of the detective show with Simon and Simon. That was it. I was thinking Martin and Martin to end the game there. So Pepper Martin makes the catch and doubles off L. Martin. So Pepper playing a game of Pepper there to end the game. So I'm going to save our stats here. And I think we have to do this. No. Okay. So let's check out the box score here. I remember how to do that here. Here we go. So alright, so Mr. Brody and I will do the box score here as the St. Louis Cardinals defeat the Seattle Mariners 5-2. So Dizzy Dean will get the win. He's 1-0. Pitched 8+ innings, allowing 8 hits, 2 runs. So he did give up a lot of hits, which he kind of did on the season anyway. But pitching true to form there. 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Did get out of jams when he needed to. So Hauser gets his first save. Pitches a scoreless inning, allowing no hits and no base runners. So Freddie Garcia gets tagged with the loss. Pitches 6 innings, allowing 7 hits, 4 runs. Only 2 of them were earned though, so his defense let him down. 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. For the Cardinals, Pepper Martin 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Frankie Frisch 1 for 4. Joe Medwick 1 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. Ripper Collins 1 for 4. Delancey 1 for 3. Moore 0 for 4 with a run scored. Rothrock 0 for 2 with a run scored. DeRocher 1 for 4 with an RBI, and Dizzy Dean 1 for 3 with a run scored. So I think we're going to give it player of the game to Dizzy Dean. Gave up a lot of hits, but again got out of a lot of jams and helped himself out with a base hit and a run scored. For the Mariners, Ichiro Suzuki 1 for 4 with a double. Mike Cameron 1 for 4. Brett Boone hitless 0 for 4 as well as Overruled. Al Martin 1 for 4. Carlos Guillen 2 for 3 with a run scored. David Bell 1 for 4 with a run scored. Dan Wilson 1 for 1. And Edgar Martinez is pinch hit. Oh yeah, Edgar Martinez came in as a pinch hitter, right? And Lampkin came in as a defensive replacement. So Edgar Martinez 0 for 1. Lampkin 0 for 1. Freddie Garcia 1 for 2 with 2 runs batted in. So he knocked in both runs for the Seattle, but ends up getting tagged with a loss. Stan Javier 0 for 1. And Jeff Nelson did not get a at bat. Jeff Nelson actually pitched 2 innings, allowing 2 hits with a run, which was unearned, and struck out a batter. So that is it. And let's check out our. We can exit here. So let's check out our. Mr. Brody over there. So these are your. So we get another game that was for Division 2 there. So St. Louis gets the victory there. A bunch of New York teams in the Division 2. So we have another. So we played 5 games from each of the first 2 divisions. 4 games from the last 2 here. So these are the games remaining here. The games that you see start that. So we have don't have any scores next to it. So this is what we have available. So if you'd like to see any of these games, please let us know. Other than that, we'll play a game from Division 3 or Division 4 to even it up there. But if you'd like to see one of these games, we'll play that first. So what we have remaining is the 1912 Boston Red Sox against the 1912 New York Giants. So I think that's the New York Giants there. Let's just check to be sure. Could be the Mets too, but I don't think so. Yeah, 1912 Giants. Okay, we also have the 1935 Chicago White Sox. I think that's the White Sox. Yeah, it doesn't have an N next to it, so. Yeah, Chicago White Sox against the 1954 New York Yankees. And we have the 2013 Boston Red Sox against the 2009 New York Yankees. That could be a good matchup there. The 1914 Philadelphia Athletics against the 1961 New York Yankees and Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle, and I forget that. We have the 2002 Anaheim Angels against the 1977 Philadelphia Phillies. That could be interesting. Another St. Louis Cardinals, 1931 Cardinals against the 1940 Cincinnati Reds. Let's see what else we have here. 1985 New York Yankees against the 1979 Baltimore Orioles. That could be interesting there. I do like the 1979 Baltimore Orioles there. As I did attend a game in 1979 at Memorial Stadium. So 1949 Brooklyn Dodgers against the 1933 Washington Senators. 1957 New York Yankees against the 1978 New York Yankees. So all Yankees matchup there. That could be interesting. I don't know which one of those teams I would play there. Probably go with the 78 Yankees, unfortunately. Maybe. We'll see on that one. I don't know. 1929 Chicago Cubs versus the 1993 Atlanta Braves. One of my favorite Atlanta Braves teams there. Looks like the 1904 New York Giants against the 1949 Boston Red Sox. I would have to play the Red Sox on that one. And just a couple more here. The 1929 Philadelphia Athletics against the 1998 Houston Astros. And rounding it up, 1927 Yankees against the 1935 Detroit Tigers. So those are what's left. So if you like one of those, mention it in the comments. If not, I'll pick one of those games next, and I'll try to get to this one a little bit sooner than I did this time. Try to get this series going and resurrected here. So the all-time ELO league from Diamond Mine Baseball. So Mr. Brody and I thank you. Take care and God bless, and we will see you in the next video. Bye now.